Yeah, it is.
Let me turn towards the mic. What's up, everybody? It's your boy, Galaxy Greg, and we're back with yet another episode of the Bmore Nerdy podcast. I'm your host, Galaxy Greg, and with me today is Diva XOXO.
What it is, little dummies.
And no DJ T Jones today. He's a little busy, but it's been some time since we've had a little talk here. It's just because, unfortunately, life gets busy and this doesn't pay. So make sure to rate this 5 stars on Spotify, Apple Music, and even give us a thumbs up and subscribe on YouTube so that we can move up the algorithm. And remember to use the code BMoreNerdy at purchase if you're going to buy anything Raise Energy. I like to use those energy drinks to keep myself up, as well as sometimes TJ uses them for pre-workout, so be sure to use those. Remember, that's Bmore Nerdy, BMoreNerdy, for all your energy drink needs. Making sure that I start including sponsorships.
Yeah, look at you, a professional.
I know, right? Oh my god, my eyeballs hurt. So, Diva, today's episode's definitely going to be news because we are behind, and maybe some people use us as their main news outlet, so we're gonna get you caught up. I will say that in the next couple
they
weeks,
should not use us as their main news outlet.
I know,
That's
right?
crazy.
Oh, you're nerdy news. Come on, you're nerdy news. Let's not get too far ahead of ourselves. But we will be doing our superlatives. We have not forgotten. We just are lazy and have been busy. So, Diva, how has your past couple weeks been?
Shit. Ass. No. I had this crazy deadline with work. I was working 50, 60 hours a week. Hardly sleeping. And when I was sleeping, like on the weekends, I would just sleep the weekend away. I didn't really do anything too interesting because we've potted since the girls were here, right? So I had the girls.
No.
Oh shit! It's been a minute. Okay, so I guess the pod was right before that when I was excited about them coming. So my little cousins came down here to stay with me for a week. It was a great time. I had so much fun with them. We went to the parks. We went to the beach. We went to Top Golf. We went to what's that place with those big ass drinks? The Sugar Factory. Yeah, went to Sugar Factory. Went to the outlets. Had so much fun. Teenagers are interesting to me. Like one of my little cousins. All right, we all know I go to Disney all the time. One of my little cousins, when we went, me and Tala, who y'all have heard me mention a lot, we put ears on. Boom, ears matched the fit. We was real cute. My other little cousin, she was like, y'all gonna wear ears? Isn't that childish? Now, y'all know I got a growing ear collection. If you would like to contribute to my ear collection, let me know. I'll let you know what ears I'm looking at buying, and you can just purchase them, send them to me. I'll do a little cute little unboxing, and I'll tag you when I wear them. But we get to the park, and everybody have on ears. I mean, everybody, because that's like the thing. You wear ears to the park, And so then the next day, everybody getting dressed, we getting ready to go out, picking out what ears we're gonna wear. And she like, can I get a pair of ears? And I'm like, of course. Like, I don't know. Teenagers are weird. They so worried about what other people thinking they look childish and stuff, and then they miss out. But I had a great time with them. Work was insane. I was ready to quit my job. Like, it was that bad. It was really bad. I was in a bad, dark place, but I pushed through. I finished. And now, we back to potting, doing the shit I love. I went to the worst comedy show of my life. All right, great. If you ever get the chance, go to an open mic stand-up comedy, like an open mic night stand-up comedy show.
I've been there. I've gone to one before. It was cool.
Oh, you had a cool one? Oh, it was the worst.
I had a cool one in terms of the two dudes went up there. It was really funny because a fat dude tried to talk about, and I'm not saying fat dudes can't have bitches, but he tried to talk about having a plethora of bitches, gaggles of bitches, and his jokes just wasn't resonating because the crowd was mostly women. So he talking about how crazy women are to women, he just got it like that. And I was like, yeah, you got to read the room, because he thought he was funny, but it wasn't gonna go that way. But
I mean, they always think they funny, but they were all so bad. Like I was laughing because it was so bad. Like you know how pugs, they're so cute, they're so ugly, they're cute. It was like that. It was so bad, it was funny. One
See,
guy did have a great joke, and I'm about to ruin One Piece for all of y'all because it was like to all of the One Piece nerds, it was hilarious. So he basically goes like, I mean, he had like a setup and talked about all this other shit, but the whole premise is that the story of Blackbeard, like the actual story of Blackbeard, he died in North Carolina. He was just basically like, One Piece is going to end in North Carolina. Think about it. This whole story we've been watching for months, for years, thousands of episodes. It's ended in North Carolina, and I was like, that was bullshit.
at least they ended here in crazy ass Florida. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, I'm already fucking. See, I wrote stand up because of that stand up thing I went to. I wrote jokes.
It was something like at the end, it was like where somebody's uncle is locked up for like incest. Like that was how the ending went. So it was kind of funny, but I was just like, damn. If One Piece ended in North Carolina, I'm gonna be so sad. Like I'm gonna be hurt. I'm gonna be butthurt. But like I said, all of it was bad, but it was like so bad it was good. So I had fun at that. Of course, I've been to the parks. You know, my usual shit. My birthday's coming up, so I'm excited about that. I'm going to Disney World. Yes, y'all can suck it if you don't like it. I'm drinking around the world. My best friends are coming in town, 3 of them from all over Maryland, Memphis, New York, Louisiana. So it's gonna be a good time. We're gonna turn up for sure. So that's how I've been. I mean, I don't mean to keep it short and sweet, but it's just so much like that happened. Like work really pissed me off. And I put on an art show today, and that went really nice. But like all the BS before just got me almost rethinking not rethinking my career path, but just like where I am with my job and shit. So, but yeah, it was all cool. How was your past couple weeks been?
Annoying, stressful, and a pain in my dick. When I tell you I have been the most stressed I've been in a long time. Let's not say ever. The most stressed I've been in a long time, most definitely was.
Me and Jordan have talked about it.
Yeah. I usually don't get stressed, but this is because usually, so I explained it to her like this and she completely disagreed, but I think of it like this. Whenever I do things, I usually half-ass, I'm not gonna lie, and I'm just good at the things I do to do them at least a grade B level, right? I've always been able to turn up the heat or get that A if needed to turn it up to full ass. But this time I was given my full ass and it wasn't enough. I was like, I needed 2 asses and I ain't got that. So, yeah, just having that feeling of not being enough in some cases can be overwhelming. And it definitely was. But made it through it. Bought a house, so that's the biggest thing that I've done in these past couple weeks. So, yay, homeowner, galaxy, yip, hooray. So,
hooray, you sound so dry. You should be excited.
Bro, the main reason I bought a house was specifically because the rent at my apartment was about to be, what was it? I paid like $17.93 right now. And that's
$17.93?
Yeah, $17.93 is our current rent, right? Okay. And when we first went there, it was like 15 something. It was like $15.60. And I was like, that's reasonable for a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom, air quote on this luxury apartment with all these other amenities, right?
Right.
But then they added, as you can see, $200 last year. That's a little steep, okay, but I'm willing to pay this. Not too many places allow my type of dog. I have a German Shepherd.
Right.
So, you know, it's going to be relatively the same everywhere else. But with the housing market being the way it is, not only does the price of houses go up, no. Leasing departments have been going fucking crazy. Like, my rent went from $17.93 to, it would be like $2,090 if we paid I had a 12-month lease. And then it was going to be like $2,200 if we did month to month. So I said, yeah, you can suck all of my dick. There is no reason that I would pay $2,200 for this place that I came in at $1,500 at. This place has not gained value. If anything, it's lost value because when I went in, it's still a very new building. It was only 3 years old.
Right.
More people have lived in it. They are adding more rules. Like my dog's technically not allowed to stay there anymore, but that was a part of their like new leasing agreements. But he got grandfathered in because he was there before they made that rule. They were getting stricter about, dog rules, because like originally I had like 100-foot rope, and there's this big ass plot of land that my dog, I let him run around. I throw a ball, let him run, have him on leash. I'm watching vigilantly to make sure he's not getting near anyone. I end up almost getting a fine from the leasing department.
What?
Yeah, almost got a fine from the leasing department because they were like, "Oh, that's not a real leash." I'm like, it's 100-foot diamond. It's like what, diamond quality rope, so it's like very hard to cut and very hard to chew through. It's a very good rope. But they're like, yeah, that's not a leash. And I was like, they sell 100-foot long leashes. He's like, yeah, but those aren't leashes and we don't consider them safe. And I was ready to pull well, that's not in your leasing agreement, and do it anyway. But I was like, you know what? I'm not going to be an asshole. I'm just going to find somewhere else, because their dog park is ass. It has terrible soil. If it rains too heavy, there's a green moss that grows in all these like dugout holes that dog obviously going to dig, but for some reason the moss comes back every time it rains, and the dog try to drink it and get sick, and like there's just shit everywhere. And that's more on the owners, but you don't have your cleaning staff run through at least like once a day, just real quick, just poop scoop, bro. Like it's not even that big. It's maybe 20 feet across, if that. It's not big at all. And I have a big dog, so it's like and a couple other people have big dogs, like, but they'll have like labs and shit, or golden retrievers, so like, friendly big dogs, but still they ain't got enough room to run around or stretch their legs. So it was bullshit to me. And like now they made rules on how much trash you could take out, because like they have a trash service, and if you put your trash out, they're supposed to take it, right, on the permitted days within the permitted times. Now they said, hey, so you can only put 2 bags out now, and they have to be stacked on top of each other, or else you get a $50 fine, $100 fine, and the fines increase by $50 every time you don't do what we just told you.
That's fucking crazy. So they're just trying to get money out of y'all.
Basically, so I was like, fuck this. I'm not going to keep staying here. Yeah, it's time to go. You guys are on some bullshit. You can hit somebody else with this shit, because it ain't going to be me. Other than that, I had not a slight mental breakdown, but like because of the whole house buying thing and work and like the hours I was working, I was like, bro, is this work shit worth it? But then Mass always knows how to crack that whip. Man, they was giving out bonuses left and right, and appreciations and reasons to stay. Man, just I'm finna get another raise real quick, you feel me? On top of a bonus, man, I might stay a little bit longer, you feel me? Until this pod shit take off, then I'm out. Or comic book, whichever one. Make my shit take off. You'll get more content from me, I promise.
Please. Like, y'all let this shit take off. We do 2 episodes a week. Easy peasy.
I want a comic book, I'll give y'all a comic book. Let me hit the stew for a month.
Y'all get monthly releases on the comic book. I can't get y'all to,
All right.
I can't. I'm realistic.
I would say like almost twice a month. Like there would be like 1 month in the year you get 2 releases. Probably like once every 3. I could do once every 3 weeks.
We could do 3 weeks. We could do every 3 weeks.
We could do once every 3 weeks. Yeah, you give me some time to get ahead in terms of artwork and stuff, like a manga.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could do once every like 3 weeks.
I could do that. But y'all playing out there. That's what's happening.
But
no, we playing too, because we didn't give y'all content for a whole month. We took a whole month off.
Who took a whole month off? I texted y'all like 3 times that we needed to do this, but you were busy, and TJ is TJ.
TJ is TJ. I was trying to pod, but we just couldn't get agreeable pod times.
Also, my new work hours make it hard because I haven't streamed in almost 3 weeks now. The last time I streamed was when I got off for a couple days. But like
we did the Among Us.
Yeah.
Which is fun, by the way. I really enjoy that.
That's good.
Yeah.
But I usually am not able to stream right now because the job sites I'm on, like I was supposed to work night shift tonight, right? Look, I got a call at fucking yesterday. He was like, I know you're on vacation, but can you give me a call real quick? Gave him a call. He's like, yeah, so you're gonna be working day shift tomorrow instead of night shift at a completely different site that's even further away. I'm like, are you fucking serious?
Right.
So now, like I said, I had to drive 3 hours up here. I usually only have to drive like 2.5. I had to drive 3 to get to this site after being fucking exhausted. Um, so yeah, I was a little agitated because I was prepared to like be home at least until like 3, 4 o'clock, spend some more time with Joy and Dean before having to come the fuck back up here. But nope, had to wake up early, had to leave out by 9 a.m. to get up here by 1 p.m. Like, it was a pain in the dick. I hated it.
Yeah,
But that's besides the point. That's my couple weeks. It's been just one large pain in the ass. But hopefully, other than the house thing, that was nice. But hopefully things start to turn up and feel a little better now that the stress is gone and we can get back to some normality of our situation.
that'd be nice.
That'd be very nice. That being said, we're gonna get right into the news, and of course, I'm gonna start this off with some of the latest and breaking news. Heartbreaking in specific, the shooting that was in Buffalo, New York, which left 10 people dead. Make no mistake, this was an act of domestic terrorism by a racist
White man, you white
yeah.
people, and y'all domestic terrorism, but y'all worried about the people overseas. Let's worry
I
about the people
don't.
that's with.
Yeah, I don't want to hear that this dude was a victim or anything like that. This is just fucking. It's
Bullshit.
nutty. It's
He
nutty.
believed in the replacement theory that basically they bringing over immigrants to replace white people, but you shoot up a black neighborhood. Sorry, we did not ask to be here. You brought me, so what? Like the fuck? Like we here now. We here
So yeah.
now, and it's your fault. And it's again your fault that I'm better, faster, stronger than you because you bred me to be.
So definitely want to give a moment of silence to the 10 that passed. I have a list of their names. I have 9 of them. I couldn't find the last one, but the names are Catherine Mass. If I butcher them, please don't kill me. Read them off the list. Catherine Massey, Aaron Salter, Pearlie Young, Ruth Whitfield, and Chelsea Chansey. Chelsea Chansey, Hayward Patterson, Roberta Drury, Andrea Elliott McNeil, and Marcus Morrison. Rest in peace to all of those who lost their lives, and condolences to their families, because the sudden loss of a family member, especially when they just were taking a trip to the store, is insane to think about. Shit. So fuck the guy who did this. I'm not giving him any FaceTime. Not even gonna say his name. Fuck the shooter. He's ain't nothing but a bitch and can burn the hottest part of hell. But
Amen.
Prayers up to them and their family. I hope that they do not have too hard of a time healing from this, because the loss of a life can really weigh on you, especially when it's an untimely demise.
But it's just not just a loss of life, because what a lot of people who they were interviewed said they feel like it's an attack on like their community. Like so to go deeper into the fucking issue, that's the only grocery store for miles. So for that entire black community, that's the only grocery store they got. Only place they can get groceries, only place they can get produce, only place they can get vegetables, only place they can get food. I mean, not only, but major grocery stores, so the fresh stuff. So getting actually the things that they need, it's only one spot they can go, is that spot, and you attack there. Now, if I need to go what I need to get, if I need to go get what I need to survive, I can only go to that place, and that place is not safe. It's not. That's fucked up. That's fucked up. That's a fucked up mentality. Not to only put the people who has lost their families in, but that whole community is now in this mindset that like I can't even go get food. That's like, man, y'all kill me. Y'all kill me.
Yeah. So like I said, prayers up to them. Which moves me to the next hard topic. The Supreme Court is trying to overturn the rulings of Roe v. Wade. If you guys do not know about Roe v. Wade, that is the court case that basically it stops the government from infringing upon your bodily rights and telling you that you can or can't do things to yourself. Specifically in this case, that would be abortion. I believe both of us are pro-choice. I am.
Yes.
So here's a funny story. I used to think that I was pro-life because I was wanting the baby to live, right? Going to Catholic school, that's kind of what they program you to think. And I wouldn't necessarily say I was programmed to think that. I just thought, I would want a baby to live. I feel like it's always a life. There's a soul there. But as I grew older and had more conversations with my mother, who's also an OBGYN and helped deliver babies, and heard her opinion on it, my point of view changed, per se. Although I still do believe it is a life, I still do believe in the quality of life, especially for the child, or even the parent. Quality of life, like if you're going to bring a child in this world that will only experience pain, suffering, poverty, or even physical deformities, that is in a way a curse. Some may say it's a blessing just to have that life, but you don't know that person's life, especially, and you don't know what people like that go through. And
who are you to say?
Exactly.
What gives you the right to say that this life, that you will have no financial assistance, no emotional assistance, no anything over? Who are you to say?
So
what gives you the right?
A funny TikTok I saw, because I'm gonna make this a little bit more lighthearted. They were like, "Man, y'all pro-lifers ain't pro-lifing enough for me. I need y'all to adopt at least one baby to prove me that you pro-life."
You took the words out of my mouth. If you are pro-life, you need to go out right now and adopt a child. And the problem is, y'all say y'all pro-life. These politicians say, "Oh, I'm pro-life. The life is important." But how hard is it to adopt? No, not even how hard it is, because I feel like the process should be hard. It should be strenuous. But how expensive is it to adopt a child? But you're pro-life. You want these kids to be able to get out and do whatever. But if a couple wants to adopt a child, they're spending hundreds of thousands of dollars to do it. That shit makes no fucking sense to me. It make sense.
So something else that was really funny along with this, funny but insane, a lot of states are trying to also repeal things like condoms and make those illegal in their state. Condoms and birth control. Condoms, birth control, and Plan B. They're trying to get rid of it all, right? And if you listen to any Red Pill content, it goes back to that idealism of, hey, we should, sex should be a sacred act. And not everyone believes that. Sex should be a sacred act that is shared.
Who are you to tell me? That comes from... I'm sorry, you gonna make me mad, and I've been drinking.
I know. Let me get my shit off. I promise it's gonna end funny.
Of course it is.
So they're saying like, hey, let's get rid of these things. Let's make it that way. And every dude has been posting TikToks like, yo, y'all about to make me really make these chicks think about giving it up. Y'all about to take us back to the olden days. Y'all hated that. And I'm just busting out laughing. And someone said, these niggas ain't never had no pussy, because why would you do that? You want to bust inside. And I was like, damn, that's crazy. But go ahead. I'll tell you what people's theory is.
It's not just that. All right. One, I do know some theories because our generation is not having enough kids to sustain the baby boomers. They want to force us to have kids by taking away the things that stop it. But here's the thing. I am in a whole ass lesbian relationship. And to be honest, I've been in a lesbian relationship, not the same one, but at least a lesbian heavy relationship for the last 5 years. At least 5 years. Or more. Probably more than that, but we're going to say 5 just because I don't feel like thinking that hard. I'm on birth control. Why? Because I don't get a fucking period. And it's great. It's great over here. Because y'all keep playing around and make bitches have their periods. Bitches ain't coming to work. And when they start fucking with y'all money, y'all gonna be mad when the money funny. But y'all ain't hear that from me.
So, what was I going to say? There's one thing. So there's 2 working theories. The first one is they want to get rid of things like those protections, because I was like, yo, if you have like AIDS, HIV, any of the H's that don't go away, like you about to get no pussy during a flare up, like from whether it's a
Yep.
loved one or anything like that. None. Zeros, if not a
You
zilch.
shouldn't have sex during the flare up anyway, people. So
I mean, yeah, but who really listens to that? My point being is,
it's a problem. That's how it gets spread.
but my point is, it's like some people won't know they're having a flare up. Some people won't even know they have it, and you're removing the safety. There's a lot of STDs, STIs that get transferred that can kill people. When it goes down like that, like you're actually putting more people in danger. And one of my friends was like, they're probably doing that on purpose, because think about it like this: more people would just not have sex with them, and then those people that have those diseases will just die off. And then I was like, well, white people gonna do crazy white people shit. Someone probably gonna fuck a monkey and get AIDS again. So, like, what are we doing here?
Always going white people be white people, and we can't stop that.
So that's the first theory. The second theory, which I believe to be true at this point, let me use some statistical facts. Did you know that white women make up in America make up 48% of those who get abortions and terminated pregnancies?
I believe it.
So that being said, 48% is the majority, meaning like every other race and culture gets it, the other 52%, right? That being said, the working theory that a lot of people have is that the white people are trying to repopulate the white race, because truly white Aryan race, because now that those white women won't be able to get abortions, get, proper birth control, they'll either be having sex with mates that matter, or they'll be just having a bunch of fucking babies, white babies to be specific, because they feel as if a lot of white people in power feel as if they're starting to get overrun, and the true pure white bloodlines getting diluted off, because as one drop of nigga blood, one drop of any blood in white blood makes it white and something else.
Yep.
Like,
look,
so that's people's working theory, that they're like terrified of getting wiped out.
And you know what? It makes sense, because of course, like all the mass shootings, their manifestos talks about how like all the other races are replacing them and blah 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 blah. But hold on, how do I put it? It is what it is. Like, things change, people.
Race is a social construct made to keep poor people down. So
it is.
Poor people and people of different colored skin. So fuck. Yep. Fuck it, man. Don't listen to it.
It's funny. I watched this comedian on I want to say HBO Max. I don't remember his name, and I really want to shout him out, but he was good. He was talking about how like he grew up poor. He comes from a poor white family, and he was like all my black friends be like, y'all stealing from us and taking everything from us, blah 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 blah. He was like, where? He was like, show me. And he was like, he was basically talking about how like poor people just fight amongst themselves, because the rich people say that, oh no, it's that guy, or no, it's that guy. It's just all, keep the poor down and the rich up at the end of the day.
Right.
I don't know if that makes sense, because I'm a little drunk. Yeah.
But let's get into some better topics, some nice.
Well, we got
topic.
one more. Let's do the last sad news. I mean, it's not sad. I don't care. I ain't gonna say I'm happy, but it's more of a relief that it happened. But your boy Kevin Samuels, he gone.
Oh yeah, R.I.P. Kevin Samuels. But that actually made me upset. That was on the list, was later down. But yeah, I just don't like the fact that people were. I don't like the people and I have some words to say on this. I don't like the fact that people were celebrating his death. He didn't do anything to anybody.
He was really
no. So I can get into this. Here's the thing. Kevin Samuels, yes, I will agree that his delivery was never it. But the core message that he gave to people was to improve yourself. And you got to remember, the clips that people see are not always the shows. They are the extremes.
I mean, it's clickbait. It's extreme.
Exactly.
But when the extremes are that bad, like I'm not saying he was a bad dude. I'm not like saying I'm happy he's dead. None of that. I'm just like, I'm more so happy that the content is over. So like, we don't have to like, I don't want to say after this talk it'll be over, hopefully, but niggas is going nigga. So, but in the sense of like, when your extremes are that bad, I don't know. Like, not saying you're not a good person, but I just know how, and just from life experiences, how bad saying how you say things to people, no matter how good the message or how the message is intended to go, how you say things matter.
And I agree with that. And that's something that if you watch all his videos, you know that he has improved on. They're not always like that. And yes, sometimes it does go off the handle. But my point is, celebrating someone's death over the words that they say, people are going to say terrible things. People are celebrating his death as if he was Joseph Stalin or fucking Hitler. He said words that hurt people's feelings, and that's insane to me that you feel this negatively about someone. And honestly, if you feel that negatively about the things that he said, they obviously hit close to home. Because if the what is it? A hit dog hollers? I think that's the one I've been hearing a lot.
Oh, that's a new one. I haven't heard that. I like that.
Yeah, a hit dog hollers. Because think of it like this. Everything he says, some things are a little extreme, but for the most part, the pillars of what he says are, for both sexes, work on yourself, focus on, improving your body. For men, improve yourself, get your money up, and, don't be out here just being a bitch, basically. Be a good person. Be good and be good to your girl. For women, date within your means, work on yourself, stay fit, and lose the attitude for some of y'all. And a lot of people don't realize that the conversation he's having is about the top 5% of men. He's not talking to a lot of these people about the average man. And a lot of people get offended about what he says because he thinks they're talking about them. Or let's say this. They take it as, I can have any man I want. But he's letting you know, I've been around these types of people. If you want this thing, here's the criteria. Well, I don't fit that criteria. You don't go into a job interview that says you need 5 years experience, a college degree, a master's degree in college, and 2 references. And you don't come in with, 1 reference, a bachelor's, and 4 years. You don't do that, right?
I have.
How'd that go?
No, but here's my thing. Again, it's all generalized and people take it personally. Yes. And I don't agree with anything he says. We all know that. I never have. We can talk about it another day, but I do think that people have been just real disrespectful. I don't know. I don't talk bad on the dead. Like, that's one thing I just don't do. That's how I was taught. That's how I was raised. You don't talk bad about the dead. You don't.
That's fair.
Because at the end of the day, and even, I don't even like to talk bad on the living for real, but like, at the end of the day, who am I to judge? Only God can judge you.
And here's the thing. I'm just going to kind of be my last thing on it because I don't want to do a Kevin Samuels episode. So, like, me and you will talk about it, but I don't want to do an episode. I feel like that's clickbaity. I would like to let the dead rest. I just wanted to be known that, look, I think that his message a lot of the time was decent. Everything he said was not, God's gift to the world, but there were some gems in there that everybody could take. For those who feel like he just ragged on black women, no, he ragged on everybody equally. Trust me, the men videos are fucking hilarious. Dude called in. He was like, he was doing that thing, how people think he makes people talk about women. He was ragging on women. Why can't I get this, this beautiful, fit girl? He's like, how tall are you? He was like, 5'8". Okay, so you're short. You got a lot of money? He's like, I make like $2,000 a month. You're broke? Okay. You got a big dick? Dude gets mad quiet. He's like, it's average. So you got a small dick. So you're short, broke, and got a small dick. You need to humble yourself. Shit was so fucking funny. But that's besides the point. My point is, he taught a lot of young men, especially those without male figures in their lives, how to take care of themselves. Take care of yourselves, elevate. Don't worry about the girls, because they'll come, especially when you create your own value. Now, do people take this to the extreme? Yeah, that's the problem with red pill content in general. They think that they're all high-valued men, but one of the main messages is you have to create your value. Like right now, I can't say that I'm a high-value man. I'm above average. considering what I make in terms of pay and the fact that I have a house now. But like overarchingly, I'm not anything special. High value is that, $100,000 earner who has his name somewhere and is known in many circles. That's high value because it's not just about money. It's about status. It's about what you bring to the table. And a lot of people don't bring shit, men and women, equally. So I think that a lot of people need to, degeneralize, not degeneralize it, keep it general and separate yourself from it and look at the message for what it is rather than what is being said. Now, do I think that he could have said things better for it to be perceived better? Of course. We all know that. He was an asshole to some degree, but he was an asshole who cared. And, sometimes the message is more important than how it's being said. If I tell you that, then I'm going to quote TBH here. If someone tells you that the sky's blue or the sky's fucking blue, it's the same message. One's just a lot more aggressive, right? And someone will get offended by the other one. But overarchingly, I'm telling you the sky's blue.
I don't agree, but we'll agree to disagree on that.
That's fine. So RIP Kevin Samuels, man. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he was relatively young. He was only in his 50s.
Yeah, he was very young.
Can't be drinking all them Red Bulls, baby. They gonna kill you. All right, let's get into some good sad news. Attack on Titan, the final season 3 comes out later this year. First off, I'm mad that they did the final season part 3.
They played the fuck out of us. Cause I was watching it, I was like, wow, like we're not really moving as fast. Like when you watch the second part, it don't feel like you're moving as fast as you should be moving.
The first part was fast as shit, bro.
The first part was fast. They got to the shits. They said, hey, this is what's going on in Marley. And then look, Aaron fucking shit up. It was quick. I was like, all right, bet we here. And then the second part was like, oh, but the war. Then we had the flashbacks and the blood. And I was like, all right.
They stayed very true to the comics, the manga specifically, because like I was so bored reading these parts. Like I was like, bro.
Oh, were you really?
It was so much dialogue and conversation, and it's like, bro, if y'all don't.
It was a lot of dialogue, a lot of even in the anime, it was a lot of like. So because it's subbed, like, sometimes I do like to look away. I don't care what, like, I'm not even gonna say I was doing anything. Like I would try to like eat and watch it. I couldn't. I literally had to give it undivided attention. Like I had to be looking at the screen. Because if I looked away for a second just to, maybe I just want to take a bite of my sandwich. Nope, miss something important. Right. So they played us, but it's okay. It's coming back. We're gonna finish it. It's gonna be lit. I cannot wait. I'm hyped.
Good. Yeah, I got some people I've been waiting to. I'm gonna spoil it. I'm gonna be that guy on Twitter that spoils it for everyone. Fuck you guys. I'm kidding. But yeah, I'm excited to see how it ends. I just told this woman I'm partying, and she keeps calling me, and it's making me mad. All right. Morgan State University is buying Lake Clifton High School and investing $200 million to make it their satellite campus, a 73-acre satellite campus. Morgan is expanding. That is my alma mater, so I'm stupid excited about that.
Good. So they closed Lake Clifton.
Yeah, the high school that's like right around the corner. That hasn't been open for a while now, though. So,
Coach Kimmy that was Coach Kimmy's team when he coached swimming back in. Well, actually, he was the principal, and then he coached swimming back there.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
He's so old. I have to see him.
He's so old. I do need to see him. I want to see him one of the weekends when I'm home. Yeah. It's just hard because I don't have a car.
Gotta get yourself a second car.
A Maryland car that I just leave in there? Nope.
Facts.
That's what I have my girlfriend for. Get her to drive me around.
Give me 1 second.
Mm-hmm.
All right. There's a new board of HBCU advisors for the Biden and Harris administration. I had a list of them. Let me see. Let's see. Yep. All right. Specifically, I know that one of the people on there was Taraji P. Henson. That was a big thing. But Makala Abdullah, Giovanni Adams, Gaston, Paige Blake, Thasonda Brown Duckett, Willie Deasy, Patrick Coakley, Monica Goldson, Barrett J. Hart, Taraji P. Henson, Beverly W. Hogan, Lisa P. Jackson, Chevron Jones, Walter M. Kimborough, William F. L. Moses, Christopher E. Paul, Quentin T. Ross Jr., Ruth J. Simmons, and Janine Uzel. They are the HBCU board as they're trying to, get more established and have diversity on their board with HBCUs. As we've seen HBCU culture have a real boom these past couple years. Makes me real glad I went to one and not a PWI, because them parties be bussin'.
They do. And I'm just happy that more kids are deciding to pick HBCUs and are seeing the value in HBCUs, because I can honestly say when I graduated from high school, that wasn't the case. Like, people wanted to go to your Ivy Leagues and, your big name PWIs, and they really downplayed and not just not really my teachers, but just like other schools I went to and other, I guess, like, I don't want to say role models, but like teacher figures. They really downplayed downplay HBCUs and get an education there, when you get, not only do you get a quality education, but you learn. If you don't know yet, you learn how to hustle. You learn how to hustle. You learn how to put up with bullshit, no matter how it comes.
So here's my thing. What I noticed is that HBCUs aren't seen as a viable option, specifically because
they always like a backup.
Yeah, what we know is that if you go to these Ivy Leagues, you're gonna meet someone in power, or these immensely powerful, usually white people, went to this school, and going to that school gives you a connection, and you think it's gonna get you into some club, when in reality it's not. You do the exact same thing at HBCU that you're gonna do in Ivy League, and that's network. And a lot of the times, the networking opportunities are, I would argue, even more extensive than they are at Ivy Leagues, because you know how many times I've either been help out to go to conferences for damn near free, if not free, and because of smaller class sizes, you get a more personal relationship with things like teachers and shit, where that allows you to, hey, you know what? I know a guy. You said you're into this thing. He has a study going on. You wanna do something there under me? Versus like you gotta try and suck the dick of the nearest professor to get you anywhere close to what you need. Maybe an Ivy League filled with a class of like 200 people.
That's my other thing. Like, when I say I'm still cool with my dean to this day, my dean emails me, like, one, just to check up on me. The dean of the college, the College of Architecture, emails me just to check on hey Vincent, how's it going? What are you working on? Blah, 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 blah. And then she consistently emails me students, references, kids who I know, got their shit. I don't know if they got their shit together, but at least I know learned what they were supposed to learn if they went to my school or whatever. She's sending me resumes or asking me to come to the school to speak. And so, like, those type of connections, those type of ties, I didn't have to pay for. I didn't have to do nothing extra. It comes with the territory. It's expected. And I will honestly say I'm built a lot different than a lot of people I work with, because there is a lot of bullshit you will get in the professional world, and people ain't built for that. They're not. And going to a HBCU built me for that. It built me way different.
I think it's also culture shock. It's like really good culture shock though. Like, so many different Black cultures are there, and like they are so prideful that you really get to experience it, divulge in it, even if you're not a part of that culture. Like Caribbean clubs, African clubs, they will invite you and be so warm and welcoming. It is amazing. And like the African versus Caribbean, like, just rivalry on campus is amazing. I love it so much.
And it's a again healthy rivalry though.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
It's great. Like I hate to say this, but it sucks leaving. It sucks leaving because you go into a world like you are around literally like-minded like people. Literally like I actually said this once. I went to an event. My school was having an architecture event. It was a panel, of professionals who graduated from the school. I'm talking people who have their own firm, people who are principals at big name firms like HOK, HKS, some of the bigger name international firms and stuff. And I asked them, I said, how was it adjusting to professional life once leaving here? And they all told me, it's hard. It's a culture shock. You're used to working with architects or, aspiring architects who get you, understand you, or, come from that same place because we're all, African American, we're all Black in some type of way in America. And then you go into this place and it's all white faces. All white faces. There will be a lot of times where you are the only Black face in the room. But they prepare you for that. They get you ready for that. And it's nothing like it. It's nothing like it. Nothing. And the parties, don't even get me started. Don't even get me. None of those PWI parties can compare. I promise.
Oh my goodness! I showed my coworkers what homecoming looked like, and they're like, "Oh yeah, it's just a football game." Like, no. Like Yard Fest is what's the best part. Like, what's that? Like, it's like one big tailgate. They're like, "Oh, so you guys just drink and party and stuff on the campus?" I'm like, "All of it, yeah." And they're like, "All the campus? No way!" And I showed them a picture, and they was like, "Holy shit!" I'm like, "Yeah, yep. Every year."
So I was like, I can't remember who I was explaining it to. Of course, one of my coworkers. They're like, "Yeah, you went to tailgate," and they were like, "Oh," and then you went to the game. I was like, "Nah, I stayed at the tailgate from 11 till I left.
Whenever the hell I got home, because I don't remember.
And I don't know when I got home because I was fucked up." And they was like, "But you're supposed to tailgates are over at like when the game starts at 12." And I was like, "Nah, nah, that's not how that starts. Not how that works."
Wait till the year where all the homecomings line up. I will be calling my friends. All right, time to do our circuit and take it off.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, so shout out to Morgan for expanding. Cause definitely gonna need it. They're accepting more people every year and becoming a bigger school.
Great.
Next note. Will Smith resigns from the academy following the incident. That's something that happened in the time that we didn't pod. As you all know, the Will Smith and slapping Chris Rock situation. I haven't said my piece on here.
Go ahead, say a piece.
I think Will Smith is a very emotionally damaged man at this point, and that Jada is the true problem. She is the villain of his story. Because after hearing that one story about how he for 3 years prepped her birthday, and then she said he did it all for him, and it was an egotistical thing. He had all the things that she loved there, and all the people that she loved. That was crazy to me. Wow, you didn't even tell me thank you, bro. Damn. I don't know. I just feel like she's unappreciative of the man that Will is, and most people say, she just want Pac back.
This is that. It's
also the fact that she embarrasses him at every turn.
Every turn, she's unappreciative. He's a damaged man, and that just shows me she's a damaged woman, and they just two damaged people together causing havoc everywhere.
I think they're just too far in for him to be like, fuck this, and dip, because at a certain point in time in most relationships, even if it's fucked up, you just kind of fuck it, I'm on a sink, you're a captain on a sinking ship, what are you gonna do? But yeah, that shit is insane to me.
It is insane.
He's become the butt of too many jokes, and it's just damn.
Right.
Shit.
And this shit is embarrassing. You did all of that for her. What? For what?
For her to later say in an interview, I didn't want her to do that for me or protect me, blah, blah, blah. I wish she would handle it.
I didn't need him to forget me. And that's my other thing. That's one thing me and Chris
at least be a united front.
That's what me and Chris say all the time to each other. Together in public, private, separate and private. Like, we can talk about if I think you messed up or if I think that was the wrong decision between us when we get home behind closed doors. But when we outside, yep, that was what she should have did. I don't care if she shot a nigga. Yep, she shot him. Yep, too bad. So sad. He did wrong. You're not gonna hear me say different until but when we get home, I'm like, what the fuck was you thinking? But that's between people don't keep their relationships private no more. That's the other thing. Like, I get celebrities, they're in this limelight, but there's a privacy that comes to relationships. There's a thing that you keep that's just between. I mean, that's really how it should be. There's things that are just between you and your partner, and not just sex. Because people think sex is the only thing you keep private. No, there's shit that you keep private, and not saying, oh, but what if that nigga beat you? You're supposed to keep that private. No, I'm not saying keep secrets or anything like that. There are things that are between you and your partner. That's why they're your partner. If not, just be with fucking everybody.
So someone was like, he was, he was disrespectful, blah, blah, blah. He was doing that to protect his woman. And once again, this was another kind of, eye-opening sight of how women say toxic masculinity is bad whenever it doesn't benefit them. I think we had this conversation on the phone. But this would literally be an example of toxic masculinity, assaulting someone.
It is.
But women were cheering and saying he's protecting his woman, but literally if this was another similar situation, it wouldn't be that. It would be this is toxic, which is kind of crazy for me.
That's the other thing. What was I about to say? Fuck, I hate when I do this. I lost my train of thought. People want to say, oh, just he don't have to swing on him to protect his woman. There are so many other things he could have did.
So we definitely had this conversation.
We had this talk that could have shown that he was protecting his woman.
No, because I said, this is where, and some people are like, how is that toxic? He was just protecting his woman. This is what I said he should have done, because I think this would have asserted dominance. You're right. Not necessarily bitched him, but shown him I'm serious. We got beef if you continue this. You feel me? What he should have did is should have got up, walked up to him, put his hand on his shoulder, bring him real close, talk to him, cover the mics and say, hey, my wife ain't appreciate that joke. You keep making jokes like that, me and you got a problem. And I'ma handle it. This is your only warning. And you walk off, man to man, shoulder to shoulder, hell. And that's making a scene out of it, because that lets people know that, okay, bet he had a problem enough to stop the show and keep it moving. But he didn't do anything outlandish.
But he was man enough to not physically assault the person without.
Exactly. Because that would have been, to me, that would have been some mad shit.
Because what Chris Rock could have done was you know what, you're right, I took it too far. As a man myself, I apologize. It could have apologized right then and there, and it'd have been over. But no, you took it to another place that, the saying, two wrongs don't make a right.
Right.
You're wrong. I don't want to say it negates his wrong, but now it takes the attention off of what he did wrong, because you had to go higher, you had to go harder, you had to take the next step. So now nobody is looking at what Chris Rock said, they're looking at what you did.
Exactly. And another thing, it takes away from the fact that he won that night, because now the night that you won an Academy Award is overshadowed by the fact that you had to slap the host over your wife that really doesn't give a fuck or doesn't think that you should have done it.
And not just that, over a joke. Y'all gotta stop being so sensitive about these jokes. Now, I get it. His joke, I ain't saying the joke was funny. I didn't say the joke was okay. I didn't say the joke was good. But it's a joke. And we gotta learn how to just take that shit as jokes and that be that. We can have a conversation about how it wasn't funny and how alopecia is important and how, we need to support people going through this and we shouldn't make jokes about it. But it was a joke. That's it. That's all. Nobody got hurt.
I think anything can be made fun of if in good taste. In good taste.
Oh yeah. Oh, for sure.
But that I don't think it was a good joke, because I honestly didn't get it. G.I. Jane has a shortcut, and from what I was being told, he was referencing her usual shortcut, how G.I. Jane has, and I was like, oh, that makes sense, I guess. But G.I. Jane's also seen as a strong. I didn't get the joke. I didn't get where he was supposed to be going with it. So I'm not even worried about it for the most part. If someone wants to explain it to me, feel free. But I feel like all the explanations I got thus far were kind of reaching. Like, meaning had to be made out of it for it to be that bad. But to those who said, oh, I want to get back to that. To those who said it was like, oh, it's not toxic that he defended his wife. The toxic part is the part, like I said, he had to hit a man to defend his wife. Because you can assert your dominance over people. He could have just took him off stage. That could have been a conversation behind closed doors. Or like I said, if you wanted to make a spectacle out of it, the shoulder thing I just talked about. Because that makes a scene, but that doesn't make it like crazy. You feel me? But
like I said, you can defend your wife without having to physically to assault somebody.
And for all those dudes that said Chris Rock disrespected him, then he should have threw hands with August Alsina, who not only had an interview in which he was airing out the family laundry, but he also made a fucking song about it, mocking Jada. He should have beat the bricks off that boy.
You ain't swing on him. You ain't try to box him up. You just let that shit happen.
He's scared of August.
You went to Red Table Talk and your wife to talk about what she call that shit.
An entanglement,
an entanglement,
bro. So many podcasts were really getting on her about that. They were like, bro, how you have a table talk where you tell people to take accountability, but when it's your turn to say, yeah, I was fucking this young man who I essentially groomed, you can't even say that I was fucking, I was having sex. No, you have to. I had an entanglement. No.
Man, I want an entanglement. Let me get entangled.
This ain't no fairy tale.
Exactly. I can't. I hate people. I hate it here.
Do you watch Grey's Anatomy?
I do not.
Well, one of the actors from Grey's Anatomy was doing a play.
But I saw his dick.
Wow.
Nigga was
Jesus
that shit was swinging. You hear me? I was like, what I'm doing? I love me some Broadway. Let me go.
Yo said that the crazy thing is on Twitter, like hella people were like, yo, there was supposed to be no photography or recording.
Yes.
So like,
yes,
that was like, damn.
But thank you.
That's what people were saying. I got to see women be gross, and let me tell y'all are worse than dudes. Like, dudes say shit, but y'all say shit. Y'all gross.
Okay. Here's the problem. Not the problem, but here's the thing. You know how niggas always like, my shit swang. Nah, I watched it just swang from leg to leg, and then he like patted it. Oh my God. Talk about get pussy wet. Instant. I literally, when my homegirl dropped the link, Sharice dropped the link in our group chat, I called her like, I love you, but I also fucking hate you because you know I'm in a long distance relationship, so I can't do nothing about this. But goddamn, thank you.
Called him Arby's because he has the meats.
Call him Arby's because he got the meat.
Yeah, it was all over Twitter. Shit was kind of funny.
Oh yeah, that shit was hot. It was hot.
All right.
That play.
You said what?
I'm gonna go see that play.
I was like, and the funny thing is, I was like, at least he about to make some bread because that play about to sell out a couple times over. Oh yeah. And I just thought it was I thought it was like weirdo time for me because it's like that's like you go like I imagine it in a reverse role. Like if any famous actress was doing a Broadway play and a nigga recorded like her titties just being out, like. Slander would be the least of our concern, the least of that guy's concerns. Like, oh my goodness, it's just crazy. Double standards are insane, but whatever.
Okay.
It's just funny. I'm not even mad. It's just a hilarious scenario. I know that all the people that watch Grey's Anatomy who already liked him are in love.
Because he's fine. He's fine anyway. We all know I ain't a light-skinned person. Like, if I'm talking to a light skin or I find a light skin attractive, it is rare. Now, I'm not saying it don't happen, but it's rare. He is a handsome young man. And I don't want to say young man because he's old. He's a handsome man. Fine.
All right. This is a little bit of comment. Comic book stuff. Yep,
go ahead.
Webtoons is continuing its partnership with DC and creating Webtoon series for VIX.
But Zatanna's storyline is really great. Like I applaud DC for taking this piece of work and introducing so many characters and expanding on them. Like Zatanna's storyline is really great. Rocket's storyline is amazing. Like, and I was like, wow, Zatanna and Rocket aren't that important, but they literally have been here since season 1, and not like the end of season 1. I'm talking about season 1, like episode 10. Both of them have been here. And other thing I forget, or people forget, they give you 24, 26 episode seasons. So you are watching for a minute, and it's lit. I cannot wait to get these comics on the, like, and everybody knows I love Red Hood. Fuck the fans for killing Jason Todd, because y'all are some fucked up people. That generation needs help. Y'all need
Pretty
help.
sure they just didn't think they were actually going to do it, which I find even funnier.
Y'all need help.
You tested they killer, and they showed you what's what.
But I love the Red Hood storyline. Again, I just rewatched Behind the Red Hood. Again, I know I haven't been podding as much, y'all, but like I've been staying on my shit. Like I started watching Spy Family. I love it. I'm thoroughly enjoying it. I didn't think I would, but I really, really am. I find it hilarious.
Everyone says it's really good.
It's funny. It's really funny and just like really wholesome. And then it has enough action to keep me invested. So yeah, enjoying it. But all that to say, excited for these webtoon comics, excited for these expansions. I'm excited for what the comic book industry is doing with expansions, not just in DC but in Marvel as well. I'm pretty sure you're about to get to Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness. Are we doing a
We are nowhere near that. We have a lot more shit to go, bro.
Well, I'm just saying because we're talking about comics, but are we doing just to ask before we get there? Non-spoiler review or spoiler review?
Non-spoiler review. Come on, bro.
Okay. I just wanted to
make sure. The movie came out last week.
Was that last week? It was only last week? That's crazy. You're right.
A week and a half ago, yes.
Yeah. Okay, that's fine. Non-spoiler review is fair. Keep going.
Next one. Kingdom Hearts 4 trailer and Kingdom Hearts 4 Missing Link trailer and logos were released this past weekend. People say it came out of nowhere because Kingdom Hearts 3 only came out about 2 years ago, and people were like, whoa. Or Kingdom Hearts 3 just came out 2 years ago, and everyone was like, damn, we get another one. But if you know anything about the storyline and watch past the end credit cutscene, you know that the story was not over. They have to explore what's in the chest and what happened with the dandelions, and it's a lot. And I'm still excited. I just hope they learn from their mistakes and they focus more on gameplay than cutscenes, because Kingdom Hearts 3 was very wordy. I was not intrigued in the story. The cutscenes were longer than the time I spent in each world, which was pretty fucking annoying. But the new Keyblade systems was really great. Other than that, I mean, Kingdom Hearts is right. Kingdom Hearts, I mean, we could be expected to wait like another decade, but I'm just saying, I'm still excited. I love Kingdom Hearts. Kingdom Hearts 2 is my favorite game ever. So
I remember when Kingdom Hearts came out. I played that one.
Okay.
I did. Yeah.
Since it's almost the gayest month of the year, let's add this.
Woo!
Janelle Monáe came out as non-binary.
Her fine ass. She can get it. She can get it. Yeah, she did. I think that's cool. I get it though. Like if you've seen any of her work, any photo shoots she does, any videos that she does, anything that she does, I get that vibe. So no surprise. Happy for her. She's living her truth, and I feel like everybody should live their truth and should just come out the closet and just be. We should all just be gay together. It's great. It's great over here.
Good for y'all. Johnny Depp's case. A lot's been going on in the most recent. It's been a fucking hilarious turn. I'm going to go in and actually like do some reading about the cases and read like transcripts and shit. But I've been getting most of my information off my TikTok lawyers. I'm not gonna lie to you, and it has been hilarious. Amber Heard is. Look, you know something's going on when you gotta fire your whole fucking PR team in the middle of your case.
She not just that. She need to fire her fucking lawyers too.
Oh yeah, they fucking suck. It is great.
Yes.
This is actually humorous, but in all seriousness, let's bring some attention forward that male victims are a thing. Men can be victims of domestic violence, similar to women. This case is serious. I just think that there's a lot of funny things going on. Like when Johnny was on the stand and the dude said hearsay every time he opened his mouth. He didn't even say the sentence. Hearsay, hearsay, hearsay. Bro, I didn't even say anything yet. Like, what the fuck? Or they were asking dumbass questions. But Amber Heard's already admitted to perjury on the stand in their first day of cross-examining her, which I think is insanity, as well as a bunch of other shit. Like, this shit is crazy, bro.
Not just that. I think that she went in too confident. So, like, if you don't know the backstory on this, he sued a London tabloid or paper for defamation of character because they talked about what his alleged. They called him a wife beater, blah blah blah.
Right, and he lost that case in the UK.
He lost that case in the UK, and so she went into this case real cocky because it's actually harder to prove defamation of character in the States than in the UK. But by this time, new evidence is coming out. The lawsuit wasn't against her in that case. It was against the paper, and she just spoke as like a witness or whatever. And the judge just found that, because of what she said and her facts, that the paper did not, did their due diligence and their research and stuff. And, to their knowledge, what they did was true.
But that's my thing. But it also is a tabloid.
But it does not prove that the things were true, if that makes sense. So
exactly. But that's the point of this. And we need to remember, going into every case, the legal system works. Not that you pick a side. You can believe someone a little bit more than the other. I understand that. But remember, people are innocent until proven guilty. I think that's a very important thing to remember, that I think that we forget a lot of the time, being caught up in the emotional aspect of things. You should be listening to every aspect of the trial, or any trial that comes about, whether it be domestic violence, a hit and run, something more serious like a rape case or a murder. You should still look at the person as if they are a person. You should not assume guilt because of accusations, because I can tell you now, not a lot of time, there are times where accusations are just that. For whatever reason, whether someone be scared, worried, or coerced, or just evil, those things do happen. And I think we owe it to not only the potential victims, but the other individuals as well, to listen to both sides of the story and then determine the truth from the information given.
Yeah, let's not make assumptions.
Yeah. As my father always said, when you assume, you make an ass out of you and me.
Amen.
Another case that is funny. You said what?
Another funny case. Let's do it.
Oh, Black China is suing the Kardashian. Black China is suing the Kardashians. In the Jenner family for loss of income and defamation of character. I believe she actually lost this case, but I don't know if you saw the
They have a countersuit against her.
Yeah. I don't know if you saw the post about this, but they were like talking about how like she only really has both of her kids one day out of the week, Like all the other days they're with the father.
That's crazy.
And she had to sell her 3 cars to like afford her living. And I was just, it made me kind of laugh because it shines a light on the fact that, you know, being just a baby mama with a bunch of surgery doesn't really pay the bills.
Blackjack
And
is nasty. I don't care what nobody say. That shit look gross. And never mind. Let's not talk about it. I've been drinking. It's gonna make me nauseous. Let's keep going.
that's hilarious. But I just think it also goes to show that, hey, even if that's your game plan, still got to have a backup plan to take care of you and your own, because that luxurious life can disappear in an instant.
Put that money away.
So, you know, date and have kids because you love somebody. Not assuming, but just looking at how it is. Looking at it for how it is. I just found that interesting because she was like saying like they don't take care of her and whatnot, but they're like, we take care of our kids and they have everything they need and they spend 90% of their time with us. That just made me die of laughter. I think she has her kids on like Monday and Tuesday, and other than that, like she don't see them the rest of the week.
That's crazy.
That shit's insane, actually.
There's a lot of people like that though.
Oh, tons. Especially when you're famous and someone just sees your nut as a paycheck. So, like, what is it? That's why I always tell my friends, like, even if you get hit, make sure she swallow. Like, especially if you get famous, bring your own condom. I think the Drake hot sauce condom thing happened too since we partied,
yes.
And I thought that was great because, and I think that also shines a light on a subject that a lot of women shy away from, that I've noticed. Men's reproductive rights.
Yes.
Defining what that means is a lot of people know, like I said earlier, pro-choice, that when a woman gets pregnant, she has full control over what happens. It is her body. However, did you know that it's not illegal to steal sperm? Like a girl can
crazy.
Yeah, it's not illegal, and if they get pregnant, you are now responsible.
Oh yeah, remember that? So I don't know if you remember the case. I think it was a basketball player.
Yep,
Basically,
he got a blowjob.
He got a blowjob. She held it in her mouth. She inseminated herself. All this other shit, and she said it's his baby. And he swear up and down, judge, not my baby. She went to court and was like, basically like, he nut in my mouth. I ain't swallow. I inseminated myself. Now it's that I got his baby.
Yep, and guess what the judge said? That's your baby. You have to pay for it. So that's where the conversation kind of starts of, when do we make this a crime, for one, because that should be a crime. 2, how do you make someone pay for a crime like that? Because now a child's in the world to some degree.
Well, not just that, but how do you? I guess my question is, and no, like to y'all, how do you regulate that? Because I many a times have heard, oops. What you mean, oops? No, oops. Oops is not a word.
Oops is a mistake, and that's understandable. This is intent. You intended for this to happen, so that's where the problem comes in.
She has intent. I'm fair. I got it.
Yeah, and it's like some dudes say they should be able to opt for it. And Jordan was like, you should just give up the rights. And I was like, did you know that you actually have to have the court's permission to give up your rights as a parent? And I had to look this up to know, because I was like, that is a good solution. But you know, some people might feel like, once a baby's here, I didn't want it to be here, but I don't want to be forced to pay for it. Like, I might want to take care of it, but I don't want to be forced to. But I looked it up, and the court has to agree that you have a good enough reason to not want to be in the child's life.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so you can't even essentially financially abort it. And even so, some women do this once again out of spite. So the fact that you just gave up all your rights, which means you no longer have to pay for it, which most courts don't go for, because courts tend to play in favor of the woman when it comes to, you know, maternity. Because of that, it was just a crazy conversation that we had. It was like, there's no out. And you know, there's always the same argument that I have for women: choose better people. You know, don't let this crazy bitch suck your dick. Just like how I would tell a chick, don't let the axe murderer fuck you. You feel me? And same argument can be said. Sometimes you don't know, especially like him. He just got his dick sucked. That was supposed to be a quick transaction and leave. When in reality, I didn't know that this bitch was going to inseminate herself. So how do we make consequences for those types of situations is the better question. And I think that's a longer conversation I can have on this pod, but just to get your mind going, because one, some people believe that financial abortion should be a thing, meaning I still have some say, but I don't have to fund this child because I didn't ask for it. But, you know, it is my blood. But then some people also say that they want to be able to give up all of their rights, which is also something that has to go through the court, which is crazy to me. But, you know, those are the situations, if you will.
Right.
But yeah, because of that, it's just an interesting conversation that I ended up having about all that. Yep. Okay, so let's talk about this real quick because it's not a long topic. This is terrible. Air
Are we
Jordan.
almost done?
Nope.
I'm getting tired. No,
I know, right?
we gotta move faster.
The next couple ones are quick. Air Jordan and Naruto are collabing. The first ever real anime. Nope, don't get excited. The first ever real anime and Jordan collab. And you know, you've seen the ones that people do with the knockoffs and the artists do where they like take apart the Jordan. Nope. They didn't go to any artist. They didn't do anything. I don't know who the fuck they got to design these shoes, but they look fucking terrible. They look like they made a bullshit version of Katie. You have the fucking blueprint right there. Artists go online and do this shit for free. Like, you could have just took one of those, talked to an artist, took one of those designs. But nope, they bullshitted and made it look god awful. I hate these shoes. Jordan, who the fuck was in your design room and who cleared this? Because get that shit, take it back, and redo it.
Naruto, Jordan, Zion 1 releases, these guys?
Yes.
Oh, no. Who said
exactly. They look terrible.
I was ready to come on the table. I was ready to just bust a nut right here, right? These are ugly as fuck. Nobody is buying these.
And the thing is, the blueprint was right fucking there. And you know how big of a hit this is going to be? I'm telling you, a company like Jordan is going to blame the anime community like, oh, y'all don't want to support y'all. This is a flop. No, y'all made some terrible shit.
This is a flop. Nobody's interested in this stuff. Like.
And it's going to make it hard for companies to do these collabs.
This could have been something amazing, and this could have been some. I don't care how they could have told me $500, and guess what I'd have been spending? $6 because
if they made some like, you've seen the Instagram posts that come up on your feed of the artists that like take a pair of ones.
They take a pair of ones and they do all the crazy shit on them, and they are dope as fuck. Y'all could have made its own shoe. It could have been dope as fuck. Like, they got these black and white ones I'm looking at right now, right? They're supposed to be the Uchiha ones. On the inside of the foot, one foot, you got the Rinnegan and like the symbol that you would see, that little teardrop symbol that comes in the Sharingan. You could have did that Atoma. On these Atoma? Is that what it's called? Okay.
It's called Atoma.
They could have, instead of putting these ugly ass circles on there, those could have been Tomas, and that would have been fire as fuck. But no.
So what I said is, what they should have did they should have did all ones, Jordan ones, right? They should have did the like Naruto versus Sasuke's, made one orange and one purple, you know,
my goodness.
And had the middle piece look like they was colliding. Like both of the Nike checks be them like dashing, doing the collision. They should have did the Uchihas and had all the Uchihas on one, had Sasuke and Itachi on one, Shishui and Obito and Madara on another, and like just had them lined up, and then just have two Sharingans on the front foot. Bro, I'm giving this out for free. Look, you can have a Toad Sage one, Jiraiya, Naruto, and Minato on the two shoes, man, tough. Like, there were so many things they could have did, and they let that shit flop.
They just dropped the ball. And you know what that says to me? Wasn't no real nerds in the room. It was fake nerds. And no offense to y'all fake nerds, whatever. If y'all like the merch, y'all see the shirts and y'all like it, or whatever. But that's what was in the room. Oh, this shirt is cool. We should do this. No. Because y'all they could have had an Akatsuki shoe.
Yo, it is really funny because I looked it up, and literally one of the things that comes up is like, someone made their own, and you just said Akatsuki. It's an Akatsuki one. No bullshit.
Oh, an Akatsuki one would have been fire with the clouds. Oh
It's
my
no, it's
god.
Itachi on it. It's got the little. Let me send you a picture of this shit because this shit is actually fucking tough. And
Are you
here's the
sending it to my
thing.
phone? My phone's in the room.
You said send it to your phone.
I said, are you sending it to my phone? My phone's in my room.
No, I can send it to Discord because I have Discord on my phone.
Yeah, send it to
See,
Discord.
I'm a big brain, big brain.
Big brain. We're
Oh,
supposed to be
let me
rushing
see.
and we getting stuck on fucking shoes. We're not gonna finish all of
Bro,
these.
bro, I
I'm
told
tired.
you. I told
I'm
you. Look in the
tired.
anime chat section, right?
Alright, I got it. I'm tired. I'm about to be asleep. Which one? Pod chat?
Anime chat.
Which anime chat?
It says anime chat.
We have an anime chat?
Yeah.
Game?
It's in the
Among
pod
Us?
text chat.
Oh, anime chat. I seen it. See? Lit. Fire. I don't
I'd
like
wear
that
the
fire.
fuck out of
Oh,
those.
I get it. I was like, I don't like the fire Nike sign, but it's the fireball jutsu. Oh, that's so fire. Oh my god. See? I was about to say I don't like the fireball, the fire check, but now I do. I love it. See? That's
And
that
that's
shit.
my thing. Like someone just made this shit off the dome. Light work, easy. And y'all can't even take the y'all got the fucking blueprint. Like what the fuck? That shit made me so mad. But that they fumbled the fucking bag. That pissed me off so much because it could have been something so great. You see nerd cultures making great strides, but here we are still taking 10 steps back because niggas don't have real fucking nerds in the room. Fuck you. Fuck you, Jordan. I'm still gonna buy a shoe or two, but fuck you. Not these ones. These ones suck. They suck dick.
I don't know if this is on your list, so I'm just going to say it now. Did you hear about the Percy Jackson show that's coming to Disney Plus?
Yes, they're making a Percy Jackson show to encompass the other two books.
The other two books, and they'll probably encompass the new series as well.
Yes.
The Percy Jackson actor is going to be the kid from the Adam Project.
Yes.
He's going to be Percy Jackson.
I'm actually excited about that specifically because the movies felt too fast for how the books go.
Yeah, and I've heard reviews about the movie not being true enough to the book, especially the second one. The second movie made no sense to me, and then when I heard about when I hear about the book it was based on, I was like, oh, and it definitely makes no sense.
They left out a lot of shit. This is one just about labor. I'm gonna go right to the next one. Go ahead.
Let me finish. The reason why I brought it up is one, of course I'm gonna watch it, but there was a lot of backlash because is her name Annabelle, the best friend or something? Mm-hmm. She's gonna be played by a young black girl. And you fucking nerds get on my nerves. The things that they said to and about this little girl is crazy. It's fucking crazy. Like, she's a child and she's an actress. I'm sorry that she's not the blonde haired, blue eyed little white girl that y'all want. Get the fuck over it. Like, and I applaud the author of the books for like sticking up for her and saying, like, basically trying to take the heat off her. Like, if you have a problem with her casting, y'all come at me and defend her and basically say she was the best person who tried out for the role. Simple as that. But y'all are fucking sick. Y'all, like, the racism in this country is crazy to me that y'all can say like shit like y'all have been saying to this child. It's wild. It's wild. But go ahead to the next topic because I know we're trying to finish up.
Yeah. But no, racism is insane, bro. It's dumb as fuck to me, honestly, and it shows some words, choice words, but I'm trying to be a good person these days, you feel me? Suck a shotgun. That's all I gotta say. Uber, this was a funny one, but crazy in terms of labor laws. So Uber was saying it would have to temporarily shut down if courts decide that its drivers are official employees. Which means that, just to make this quick, for those who don't understand what that means, it means that Uber is underpaying people because they are their drivers, not their employees, which means if they're their employees, everyone has to get a pay raise, and they'll have to shut down because they'll have to restructure the organization, probably make it harder to get in, and also provide certain benefits for these people.
That's because they pay under minimum wage.
Oh yeah, you get paid $6 for delivery, and that's a standard. Yeah, that's standard delivery.
Maybe.
So yeah, and minimum wage is like, I think $12. So yeah, they're paying you literally half of that, which means that half of their profits would disappear. Not their revenue, profits, direct profits. Because they'd have to figure out a way to pay for that, also giving sick leaves and things like that. Because with Uber, technically, you're your own boss, so you're your own driver. But that would whew. That would flip.
I'm
That
living
shit
this
was
for
funny.
so that one did.
So that you get Twitter Blue. But Elon Musk buying it, that's bad about it, but I'm okay. I'll live. So Justin decided to step away from the project for the last installment of the movie franchise. As you guys know, the Fast and Furious, the main line at least, is supposed to get 10 movies. Hobbs and Shaw just recently got their own spin-off series of movies, which is probably going to be continued. Excuse me. In between this one and the next movie, I do not know what this means. I feel like maybe he's out of ideas, maybe he's burnt out, but at the same time, maybe it will be refreshing to get a new take on how this movie would go. I know the Fast and Furious.
If I hear the word family one more time, I'm going to explode.
No, I love it. I know that the movie franchise would be 10 movies, especially with Paul Walker. I just watched the 9th one this past weekend, and it was so funny. It was so funny. I was like,
it made no sense to me.
I said, Joy, they need to give me an image of. No, it did make sense. It finally gave you some background to Dom, and I like that. But my thing was, I was like, they better show me the back of Paul Walker's head. They showed me the back of his car. I said, man, y'all could have given me the back of his head. That ain't that hard. Shape a white boy head. You got it. Boom. But yeah, I'm sad. I miss Paul Walker. I need him back in my life. Next point. Sonic the Hedgehog 2 is now the highest grossing video game based movie ever in the US.
Really? It wasn't. I didn't see 2. I watched 1 and I was not impressed.
I was, in terms of 1 was something they'd never done before in terms of video game movies. It did not do bad. I'd give it a solid 6.5. And people say, oh, Greg, that's a 65. It's out of 10, which means it's above average. 5 is an average score. Literally the middle. It was slightly above average. It was not anything to write home about, but it was an okay movie that established a series.
I feel like it was an okay movie that established a series. I don't know. I feel like I don't know what it needed. It needed.
I don't know what it needed either. No, I know exactly what it needed something, but I don't know what it was.
It needed something. I don't know what it was, but I did enjoy it. I feel like I probably would really enjoy, like, from everything everyone has said, I think I would really enjoy it too. I just need to sit down and watch it.
Exactly. I think everyone enjoys the second one more, which gives me a lot of hope for when I watch it.
Yeah.
Excuse me. It just means to me that, like, what my hopes are true, that they continued and improved, and that hopefully this becomes a movie series, a movie chain, and they get to introduce more characters like Amy and Shadow and Silver and Mecha Sonic, because all those things would make it a lot better to me, because they actually followed some of the lore, of Sonic the Hedgehog 2, when you meet Knuckles and Eggman tricks him and makes him think Sonic wants the Master Emerald, but really Eggman wants the Master Emerald and all that fun shit. So yeah, I need to watch that. I'm gonna probably watch that sometime this week. Now, Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange made 185 million domestic and 450 million globally on its opening weekend. Just quick thoughts, because it is getting late. I enjoyed the movie. I don't understand why people said that it was too much. It was just enough. It was literally a movie called The Multiverse of Madness. If you weren't expecting to see a lot of people in multiversal things, like, what the fuck? But just continuing forward with that, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed seeing other superheroes. other than the main ones that we see. I enjoyed that they, tied in What If and they tied in WandaVision because it shows that these shows have significance in the Marvel Universe and they play a large role into the next steps. And I think it is great that that is happening because sometimes you can't just keep going to see movies. Sometimes you need a series to binge really quick. You feel me?
Yeah, so I agree. I described this as this wasn't for y'all. Like our listeners, anybody who listens to this podcast, it was for us. But like
Yeah.
it wasn't for the everybody else. It was for the comic book fans, the actual nerds. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Them doing a movie like that every now and again. I think it was really well done. I loved everything about it. The only thing I told people, like, because I saw it opening weekend before they saw it, was watch WandaVision because you need it. But I like that you need it because it makes everything.
There we go. But
All right, yeah. So I like that, like you said, that you need the shows. I feel like it makes everyone understand that nothing is unimportant. Like everything that they are doing is intentional. Everything, like we should. I mean, if you don't know that by now, you should. But everything that they're doing is intentional. I think that I love the shows. I think the shows are a great way to get out more content, get out more information without people having, to go to the movies. Not that going to the movies is out of the way, but movies are big productions. When they talk,
they cost more than just to do a show.
Right. It costs way more to do a movie than a show. And the fact that they're finding ways to get this done, like to get you guys, not you guys, but get everybody the information they need so that they can do the big boy movies that they want. I think it's great. And I didn't see why everybody didn't like it. Now there were a few like slower parts, and I feel like Marvel is usually better about those parts in the movie where it's just the information you need to get to the next part. I think they typically have been better about that. But I'm not mad at it at all. I'm not mad at it at all.
I enjoyed it. I definitely think that if you're a Marvel fan, watch it, and if you're just into the MCU, watch it anyway. No spoilers. We'll do a spoiler review in about 2 weeks. So the first teaser trailer for Avatar 2, Way of Water came out. I'm excited. I think it's going to be about his daughter in a new war they have to fight. I love the fact that this is years after.
I think it's not just his daughter. I think they have a kid who's a human. Did you see that?
I think so too. I think they have a human kid and an Avatar kid, and that'll be even dope. That'll be even more dope to me. And I'm excited to see what this movie holds. I talked to your mom about it, and she was like, she is excited. She's ready. Because she loves that movie.
Yes, she does. Oh, I got checking on my flight.
What else? Netflix is planning to potentially roll out ads very soon. I'm pretty sure you'll just have to pay more for it to go away. And me and Joy were talking. I was like, look, if it comes down to that, I'm not paying for Netflix. But like, I would stop paying for Netflix personally. I got HBO Max. I got Amazon Prime, and they don't make me watch commercials. And they're producing back. The originals on there are fucking bangers.
They come in.
Netflix hasn't released a banger in a while.
Netflix hasn't released a banger in a while, or just redone a show that is a banger in a while. But guess what? The Boys will be back in a couple days. And
The Boys is coming back. Everything I love is coming back in June. And I think the gayest month of the year might be my favorite month right now. Because, like, bro, I'm getting The Boys on the 3rd. Shout out to Akil. He's re-releasing all his old albums on the fucking 1st. So I get to hear my favorite song again. I pumped about that.
On the 3rd as well.
P-Valley. What?
P-Valley on the 3rd.
P-Valley on the 3rd. I don't watch that, but tough. And then one of my favorite animes of all time, Return on June the fucking 3rd. Let's go. Excuse me. Burped. And then Dead by Daylight has its update that includes the new killer on the 7th of June. Like, bro, June is the beginning of fucking June, and I move in June. The beginning of fucking June, I'm going nuts.
Yeah, June gonna be a crazy month, and it's my birthday month, so we all know I'm be outside. I'm be outside. I'm twerking everywhere I go. I'm going out every weekend. It is guaranteed. I will be twerking every weekend.
Fun Greg fact that I might have in a like giveaway later. I lost my virginity in the month of June.
Oh, we gotta talk about it. Your
On the
virginity
18th.
on the 18th. That's Mama's birthday. That's gross.
She wasn't living with us yet. She still had her own house.
No. Well, I didn't lose mine until August, so we'll talk about it then.
LOL. Um, uh, Gotham Knights, the video game about Batman dies and all of his adopted children come back to Gotham, specifically Nightwing, Red Hood, Red Robin, and Batgirl come to, do what it do as the Bat family in Gotham. So the trailer released, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm not excited for it. The game, although it looks pretty, it's been in development for a while. I'm not a fan of it at this current moment. How it looks right now, not a fan.
Not a fan. Okay.
I'm hoping that some more stuff comes out about it. It makes me, maybe turns me on to it a bit more. But I feel like it's a co-op story game, but I feel like it'll get either stale or that the mechanics of it just look stiff. The game looks stiff for being Batman's kids who like jump around, dash around, beat the shit out of people. It looks stiff, and I'm not a fan of that. So. And I would never play as Jason Todd in that game, although I love Jason Todd. They made him too gun centric. Like his fighting style is literally I shoot people with non-lethal bullets and maybe hit them with the butt of the gun. Maybe. And that's bullshit, so fuck that. Dead by Daylight had its 6-year anniversary. I love Dead by Daylight. It's one of the game I play on my stream. New killers coming out.
I know that one.
Yes, they're having a new killer come out, the Dredge, which I think is going to be a fucking problem. It's a killer that literally it's based off of the Boogeyman, but it's based off of it's the culmination of your fears. So it doesn't have a natural shape or form. It's just slapped together, if you will. And its power is it can teleport into lockers and jump out and scare you and shit. And it's going to be a pain in the ass, but I'm excited for it nonetheless. They're doing a lot of quality of life stuff. They had a live stream where they explained everything. I watched it the other night when I couldn't sleep. And Jesus Christ, this crew puts a lot of effort into this game. Not only the cosmetics, and because of that, I want to also say they are having one of the first, because this is a horror genre game, and this has never happened in a horror genre game. The first anime crossover for cosmetics in horror game genre. They're doing Attack on Titan.
Yep. Oh, that'll be fun.
Yeah, they even showcase some of the skins that'll be coming out, and they look really good actually. So I'm excited for that too. But yeah, they put a lot of love into that game, and hey man, I dig it. Ash vs. the Evil Dead came out. Been playing that a little bit. Fun game. It's a little difficult sometimes. I was playing before I got here. That's why I started late.
Right, because we could have been done, but he keeping me up.
I would have been done maybe 20 minutes ago. That's it. But other than that,
that's sleep.
I'm
tired.
It's past my bedtime too.
I'm gonna say, I gotta leave tomorrow.
With that being said, I know we rushed through those last couple topics, but trust and believe, there's not too much to say on them. Next episode will be a little bit more together, if you will.
Sorry guys, but we're just trying to get back at it.
Oh, trust me. Yeah, but we have a lot in the pipeline right now, so keep looking out. More 21 Blackjack content maybe coming soon, hopefully, if everything goes right with our business ventures. With that being said, be sure to use those promo codes that we talked about at the beginning for some Raise energy drinks, which I'm gonna need in the morning. Using the code Bmore Nerdy to get 15% off. It helps us a lot. If you do that, you can get energy drinks, clothing, sleeping supplements, which I love at fucking home, and just straight up water flavorings. So yeah, go get yours. Be sure to follow me on my Instagram at GalaxyGreg, spelled GALAXYGR3G _ on Instagram, or Mr. Spades Awaits. Because I have two Instagrams. One's my personal, one's my more gaming channel that has all my funny clips on. I've been trying to upload to there relatively regularly. I'm getting back in the flow of it because I haven't streamed in a while, which is where I get my clips from. But expect to see more there soon. Be sure to follow the pod at Bmore Nerdy on all platforms. And yeah, Diva.
I'm your girl Diva XOXO. You can follow me on Instagram at always_the_diva. I missed you guys. This was fun. I needed it. I needed to vent a little bit because it's been stressful over here. It's been real stressful. Make sure that you follow our boy Niles at Nilitron on all your DSPs. He makes incredible music, and shout out to him for doing all our background music. We appreciate you. Thank you so much. And that's it. That's all I got. Because I'm a little fucked up. I'm about to crash.
You know it. I'm finally tired. I drank a bang after only having 4 hours of sleep. I'm ready to fucking pass out. So with that being said, remember to be more nerds. Peace.
We out here.